This is just a quick look at my HSP with spacers on, just to give you kind of a reference at what this looks like with the wheels spaced out. I've still got little adjustments to do, cambers and stuff, you know, it's not all just literally throwing the spacers on. But what I had to do to get them to fit, because they weren't actually for this car, they were the spacers I used on my A959B. And I'm just curious to see if they would fit. They fit over the threads, but they don't fit over the flat part where the pin goes through. So I literally drilled out the insides of the spacers to make them wider and literally fitted them on, put the pins through. And I done my same trick I did with the A959B. I put heat shrink wrap around the threads of the dry shaft here. The little end pieces where the bolts normally screw onto. I put heat shrink on there, heated it up so it's basically fills this gap in there so there's no wobble. Yeah, and I mean, just took it out now for a quick little blast, only for about 5 minutes, up and down, no more than 20 or 30 mile an hour, like, you know, just up and down, little run, see how it's handling. And yeah, man, wicked. Handles perfect, handles great. Only difference is I did lower the settings when I had my foams on, so I lowered the car really low. So I mean, like, the bottom end won't bottom out because of the way my suspension's set up on the front end will bottom out. But on a smooth road and so forth, it's only gonna scrape the floor just slightly. Because I mean, I don't drive this on rough surfaces and stuff. As you can see, this is for high speed runs and that. So yeah, I mean, it handles wicked, guys, wicked. And it just sounds wicked. But yeah, it looks cool, guys. And it runs wicked. It corners beautiful. On 4S, the steering's so fast and so responsive. You know, it handles it no problem. I don't think the gyro's even doing anything, to be honest with you. It doesn't wheelie, this car. It just spins the wheels. It won't wheelie. And I really need some sticky roads and sticky tyres to get this thing to try and do wheelies. But at the moment, the way this thing's set up, it's set up the way I want it. You know, I want to be able to punch the power and it launches it up the road, you know what I mean, without it being on its back wheels. And so as you can see, there's no drag bars or anything on this. I can literally launch this on 4S and it just goes up the road. So yeah, so far so good. It's ready to race, ready to race. But yeah, it just looks cool, man. It just looks so cool. With hexes as well. Had 7.0 hexes. They were just a little bit too thick. I've got 5.0 hexes now, so I'm hoping that'll work a bit better. Yeah, so, you know, this is it really. I mean, if I'm going to take this off-road, I'd have to readjust my shocks, which I actually made shorter. I put plastic tubing, about 15mm long in each shock. So basically now the shock can't extend to its full length. They used to be 100mm shocks. These are probably like 70mm length shocks now. Or about 70mm. They're probably about 85mm length shocks now. Something around that, because I've taken off a bit of the length in putting that plastic tubing on the inside to stop the shocks compressing all the way down. So as you can see, there's not much left in travel wise in the shocks. I mean, that should really rise up a little bit more, but obviously it's not doing that. So that just lowers the ride height, with me still being able to position my shock towers more upright, which is, I feel, a little bit better for just giving me a little bit more roll in the car, not so stiff. And yeah, you know, it takes my top of the shock towers here on the tips away from the top edge of the car. So when I roll it, if I roll it, which I haven't done for, since I've upgraded it. This car's not been upside down, the handling's been great, and I don't thrash my cars, stupidly. But yeah, if I do roll it, it's gonna scrape these top of these shock towers more than actually scrape the plastic here. As you know, one long slide and that can just rub right off and your shock's hanging. I'd rather just scrape the shock tower a little. That's gonna last a lot longer than that plastic is. But yeah, it's just if you're not crashing your car so much and you run your car in open areas and you don't really drive it stupid, it's not something you really need to worry about. If you're somebody who likes to bash cars and jump your cars in the skate parks and all the rest of it, then yeah, I wouldn't even do half of the stuff I've done to this, because this is heavier. So every time you land awkward with this, it's going to break or bend something. If you're a basher, you leave everything plastic, mate. It's cheaper to replace plastic parts. I wouldn't change anything. You think that changing certain parts are going to make it better? It's not. Probably, yes, shock towers I would change. The standard ones bend way too easy, way too. I mean, you could probably grab them by your hand and twist it and it would bend the shock tower. These are pretty strong. So, yeah, I definitely change shock towers and I'd change the shocks, but I would leave everything else standard if I was bashing it. It's not worth changing it, not like what I've done. I definitely would upgrade the arms in here, for nice steady steering and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you can get away with doing hubs because it's not going to affect much bashing wise. It'd probably help the wheels to spin a bit better and more freely than the plastic. But yeah, I wouldn't be putting diff casings and half of the stuff that I've been doing, this rear shock tower, spoiler supports and stuff. I wouldn't change half of these things. All the little things that I've been doing, I just leave them as it is. But next thing for me is if I do anything with this, it will be metal chassis, metal arms, bottom arms here, front and rear, and I'd go 6S. But apart from that, I'm just rambling on, guys, and this is a 15-minute video already, so I'm going to call it a day and leave you with that image of my HSP XRT, looking very slimline and very ready for the road. Nice low center of gravity, as you can see. That's how we like it. Nice and simple, effective, doing the job, not too over the top, you know what I mean? Easy to maintain, and it looks good. It's tidy, it's clean, and as you all see, I always keep my cars clean, even when I take them out and run, come back in. And I enjoy sitting there with the paintbrush and getting in all the little bits and dusting and blowing it out. Yeah, it's, keep it clean. It will last a long time, guys. But in the meantime, till then, enjoy your RCing, guys. Enjoy. Like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.